Hi, this is Adriana, and this is another video about earthing or grounding and the importance of the healing properties. So, earthing or grounding falls under the environmental medicine, and there's a great deal of research on how the healing properties and characteristics of our planet Earth help us heal naturally. I highly recommend to look into Clean Over's story and how everything came about. For instance, when they ground premature babies, their vagal tone normalizes almost immediately, so they calm down and they're not stressed anymore. He also saw a common denominator with people with health disorders like lupus and MS. And they have lost something very important to them, um, like relationship or a house or a loved one. And what happened was that, what happened was that they stayed in that high level of stress. So with that stress, it keeps releasing cortisols, which leads to inflammation, and that can lead to anxiety, irritability, and more stress. So it becomes a vicious cycle, which ends up promoting autoimmune health disorders. So stress stimulates increased cortisol. Then chronic stress compromises the function of the hippocampus, which is the part of the brain that has to do with memory. And chronic elevated cortisol can lead to central adiposity that leads to accelerated cardiovascular disease. For instance, Dr. Emily Splichal explains how earthing or grounding helps to get connected to the circadian rhythm of the earth. So, there's the natural rhythm of the planets, the earth, the moon, the sun. So, when we disconnect of the natural rhythms, it also causes stress and through complex ways results in aging faster. Another study in 2004 by Gali and others found that grounding while sleeping reduced nighttime cortisol secretion and normalized circadian cortisol release, so it helps get back to the circadian rhythm, avoiding insomnia and disruption of hormones. And in 2012, Chevalier, another study, found that 6 weeks of grounding at night reduced cortisol levels back to baseline. So, grounding improves quality of sleep, your brain recovers, your body recovers, you get into the natural rhythm of melatonin, therefore, your quality of life improves. She explains that when people don't get sleep, they age so much faster. Another study by Oxman, amongst others, demonstrated that after sleeping grounded for 6 weeks, melatonin increased an average of 66%. The research studies found that sleeping grounded is the first intervention ever discovered that speeds recovery from the pain after delayed onset muscle soreness, known as DOMS, and they found reduced inflammation. There's a study also from 2011 that found that by grounding 55 minutes a day, it increased parasympathetic nervous system, increased heart rate variability, increased vagal tone, decreased the marker of stress, therefore reduced cardiovascular stress and the risk factors associated with it. The benefit of earthing in regards with circulation is that it reduces blood viscosity and it changes the water balance within the body. The higher the viscosity, the higher the resistance the blood has to go through to get into the tissue. The higher resistance, the harder the heart has to pump to push that resistance. So we want low resistance and low viscosity. The easier it is to get the blood where it needs to go, the more you get tissue perfusion. So there are also studies showing integrated grounding as part of wound healing programs and protocols, like in diabetics, for instance. They saw accelerated wound healing because of enhanced perfusion in grounding. So connecting to earth to optimize this negative charge is what we want. So the best way is sand water, moist. Remember, you have to be in direct contact with it. Dirt or soil, concrete, as long as it's not painted. So when you're more aware of your body, you can feel the shift. So remember, grounding reduced by earthing and grounding, they found that it reduced inflammation, improved immune function, enhanced melatonin, decreased cortisol, improved mood and well-being, improved thyroid function. So I invite you to practice earthing or grounding. So remember, if you have a business or a product to sell, or if you would like to start a business, just click on the link in the description below for more information. And thank you for watching. Bye.